That row over President Uhuru Kenyatta's refusal to appoint 6 judges nominated by the Judicial Service Commission. Now today, former Chief Justice Willy Mutunga waded into the controversy with a stinging letter to the president, accusing him of violating the Constitution. Mutunga says the president has acted in bad faith since he did not present to the JSC his alleged misgivings about the nominees before they were cleared. Ogina now reports on Mutunga's rebuke that comes amid a deafening silence from the Judicial Service Commission over this standoff.
Dr. Willy Mutunga, who served as the first Chief Justice under the new Constitution, released the scathing letter on the back of growing pressure on the President to appoint the 6 nominees whose names he has declined to gazette over alleged integrity questions. The former Chief Justice saying, quote, "Nothing in the oath of office of the President says I will obey and protect only those aspects of the Constitution that I find convenient and self-fulfilling, so help me God," end of quote. Mutunga, who has not shied away from commenting on public affairs since he retired in 2016, insisting that the president did not have a choice but to obey the supreme law, saying if any public officer does not like the powers the Constitution donates to them or find the exercising of those powers unknowingly inconvenient, then they have no business continuing to occupy those offices, says the no-holds-barred open letter. In rejecting the appointment of the 6 judges, the president suggested that they had failed to meet the required threshold amid reports of intelligence briefs that allegedly raised integrity questions about them. But Mutunga says the head of state acted in bad faith, making reference to a similar standoff in 2015 when the JSC and the president openly discussed the issue and agreed on a framework. Under this framework agreement, if the president had any adverse reports on any shortlisted candidates for judgeship, he, both in his privileged position as head of state and as a citizen of Kenya and a member of the public, would share that report with the JSC at the vetting stage and not later on in the recruitment process. Mutunga says such reports or allegations would be put to the candidate for his or her response before the commission makes a determination on the suitability of that candidate. The former Chief Justice claimed in the appointment of the 41 judges, President Kenyatta did not present any adverse reports at the appropriate time, this leaving the JSC with no option but to make recommendations for appointment. Mutunga described the president's action in this matter as, quote, "being beneath the dignity of that high office of the presidency that he holds." The former Chief Justice citing the constitutional provisions to state that only the JSC has the final say on which judges are nominated for appointment. He now wants the president to immediately appoint the 6 Justices Joel Ngugi, George Odunga, Agri Mchelule, Weldon Korir, High Court Registrar Judith Omange, and Chief Magistrate Evans Makori, warning that the independence and accountability of the judiciary was not negotiable. The controversy continues to rage amid a growing silence from the Judicial Service Commission, which forwarded the names to the president in the first place and is now reported to be in possession of the president's memo regarding the rejected nominees. This as Advocate Apollo Mboya filed a petition demanding several answers from Chief Justice Martha Koome. The advocate is demanding to know who authorized the swearing-in of the partial list of judges. He also wants the Chief Justice to avail copies of invitation letters to the nominee judges, the Chief Justice and any other judicial officer in the swearing-in ceremony. Citing the Constitution and the Right to Information Act, Mboya is also demanding any minutes of meetings the JSC may have held, authorizing participation in the swearing-in ceremony of the nominee judges and whether JSC was consulted prior to the swearing-in of the said judges. Several cases are now pending before the courts, seeking a way forward in this unprecedented constitutional standoff. Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.